Welcome back to Jack's Solen, where we cut through the noise and bring you the truth about training, nutrition, and everything in between so you can finally take control of your results and build the body and lifestyle you deserve. In today's video, we're going to expose 7 of the most widespread and persistent fitness myths that continue to mislead millions of people every year. These myths are everywhere, from your local gym to social media influencers to outdated health blogs, and they can seriously hold you back from reaching your full potential if you don't know how to spot them and replace them with facts. So if you've ever been told that you can turn fat into muscle, that you need to stretch before every workout, or that you have to sweat buckets to get a good session in, stick around because we're breaking it all down with real science, simple logic, and clear advice you can start applying right away to see real progress in your journey. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at Jack's Solen, I'm always breaking down the myths, misconceptions, and mistakes that stop people from seeing results, while giving you actionable strategies that actually work. So if you're serious about training smarter, avoiding common pitfalls, and maximizing your gains, subscribing is the best way to make sure you stay on track and never miss out on the tools that can take your fitness to the next level. Now let's get into the 7 most common fitness myths, busted for good. Myth number 1. You can turn fat into muscle. This one just refuses to die, but let's set the record straight: fat and muscle are 2 completely different types of tissue. Fat is stored energy, while muscle is made up of protein fibers that contract and generate force. You cannot magically convert one into the other, any more than you could turn a tire into an engine. What you can do is lose fat and build muscle at the same time through a process called body recomposition. This involves eating at maintenance or a slight deficit, strength training consistently, prioritizing protein, and managing recovery. It's possible to gain muscle while losing fat, especially if you're a beginner or coming back after a break, but the idea that fat transforms directly into muscle is just biologically incorrect. Think of it more like renovating a house. You're tearing down old parts and building new ones, but the materials and functions are completely different. Myth number 2. Lifting weights makes women bulky. This myth has kept countless women away from the weight room for decades, and it's time we leave it behind. The truth is, building muscle takes time, consistency, and a lot of effort for both men and women. Women naturally have much lower levels of testosterone, the hormone most responsible for muscle growth, which means they're biologically less likely to gain large amounts of muscle mass without very specific training and nutrition protocols, often combined with performance-enhancing substances. What lifting actually does for most women is create a toned, defined, and athletic physique, not a bulky one. Strength training improves metabolism, bone density, posture, and confidence. If your goal is fat loss, weight training helps preserve lean mass while burning fat, which is what gives that sculpted look many women aim for. So don't be afraid of dumbbells. They're not going to turn you into a bodybuilder overnight, but they will help you feel and look stronger. Myth number 3. You need to do tons of cardio to lose fat. While cardio definitely has its place in a well-rounded fitness program, relying on it as your sole fat loss tool is a mistake. Fat loss ultimately comes down to a calorie deficit. You need to burn more calories than you consume. Cardio can help create that deficit, but so can a proper diet, strength training, and even small lifestyle changes like walking more or standing instead of sitting. What's more, excessive cardio without resistance training can lead to muscle loss, which slows down your metabolism over time and makes fat loss harder to maintain. If your goal is to lose fat and keep it off while maintaining or building muscle, your best bet is to focus on nutrition first, incorporate strength training 3 to 5 times a week, and use cardio as a supplement, not a crutch. A balanced approach always wins. Myth number 4. If you're not sore, you didn't work hard enough. Soreness, or DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, is not a reliable indicator of an effective workout. It's simply a response to doing something your body isn't used to, like a new movement, higher volume, or eccentric focused training. While it can happen after a good workout, the absence of soreness doesn't mean you didn't make progress. In fact, chasing soreness can actually hurt your recovery and lead to overtraining or injury. What really matters is progressive overload, gradually increasing the challenge on your muscles over time through heavier weights, better form, more reps, or increased training density. If you're consistently showing up, following a well-structured program, and improving in measurable ways, You're getting results whether you feel sore or not. Myth number 5. You must stretch before lifting to prevent injury. Static stretching before a workout, where you hold a position for 30 seconds or more, has actually been shown to temporarily reduce strength and power output. That's not what you want before a heavy training session. What you need instead is a dynamic warm-up, movements that mimic your workout and increase your heart rate, mobility, and neural activation. Think bodyweight squats, hip openers, lunges, arm circles, and light cardio. Save the long static stretches for after your workout, or better yet, include mobility and flexibility work as part of a dedicated recovery routine on rest days. Proper warm-ups are about preparing your body to move well, not just stretching for the sake of stretching. Myth number 6. You have to sweat to have a good workout. While sweating is often associated with effort, it's not a true measure of how effective your workout was. Sweat is your body's cooling system in action. It's influenced by temperature, humidity, your hydration levels, and even genetics. Some people naturally sweat more than others, and some types of workouts just don't cause much sweating. You can have an incredibly effective strength training session, mobility flow, or even a yoga workout that barely makes you sweat, and still reap all the benefits. What you should focus on instead is intensity, execution, consistency, and progress. Don't chase sweat, chase results. And myth number 7. More is always better. This is one of the most dangerous myths in fitness, because it encourages overtraining, burnout, and eventually injury. The idea that you have to train every day, do double sessions, or constantly push to the limit in order to make progress is simply false. In reality, recovery is where the growth happens. Muscles are broken down during training, but they rebuild and grow stronger during rest. Without proper sleep, nutrition, and rest days, you're sabotaging your progress no matter how hard you work. Smart training means knowing when to push and when to back off, when to lift heavy and when to deload, when to train and when to recover. Remember that quality always beats quantity. Consistency with a sustainable routine will always outperform sporadic intensity followed by burnout. Thank you for investing the time to learn and grow. That alone puts you ahead of most people who are still stuck following bad advice. If you found this video helpful, or if it busted a myth you used to believe in, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me which one surprised you the most. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Jack's Solen and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future content packed with real advice, clear explanations, and practical workouts to help you become stronger, leaner, and more in control of your fitness than ever before. This is your journey, and I'm here to help you crush it, every step of the way. Stay strong, stay smart, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again for watching and continue improving your physique.